David Beckham. Oh, what a brilliant goal!
Legend, a special player, no comparison. He's an icon.
And young David Beckham coming on.
Beckham! It's a goal! Beckham, the youngster. He struck it superbly. And surely a job for David Beckham. Oh! That was brilliant!
In 2007, the sporting world thought they were witnessing a slow-motion retirement. David Beckham, at 31 years old, was leaving the legendary Santiago Bernabeu and the heights of European football to join a league that most fans across the pond didn't even take seriously. The headlines were brutal. They called it a Hollywood cash-out. They said he was trading his legacy for a tan and a 70% pay cut. But while the critics were busy writing his professional obituary, Beckham was quietly engineering the most profitable pivot in the history of sports. He wasn't just signing a player contract, he was acquiring the keys to an entire industry. What appeared to be a step down was actually the first move in a decade-long masterclass of business strategy that would eventually turn a $60 million deal into a $500 million empire. The cornerstone of this gamble was a contract that rewrote the rules of the American game, literally and figuratively. To get him to California, Major League Soccer had to invent the designated player rule, which the world immediately dubbed the Beckham Rule. On paper, the deal looked modest for a global icon, a base salary of $6.5 million a year. Compared to the massive wages he commanded at Real Madrid, it seemed like a financial retreat. But the genius was hidden in the fine print, in two specific clauses that transformed him from a simple employee into a silent partner of the entire franchise. First, Beckham negotiated a percentage of all team revenue. This wasn't just a cut of the winning bonuses, it was a slice of everything. Every jersey sold with his name on the back, every ticket purchased to see his famous right foot, every sponsorship deal signed by the Galaxy, and even the hot dogs and beer sold in the concourse, Beckham got a piece of it all. This revenue-sharing agreement effectively bypassed the league's salary cap, turning his modest wage into a staggering $50 million a year, making him the highest-paid player on the planet, while ostensibly playing in a minor league. While the revenue-sharing agreement was a massive win for his immediate bank account, the second clause in Beckham's contract was the one that truly changed the financial landscape of professional sports forever. This was a provision that didn't just promise him money, it promised him power and ownership at a fixed cost, regardless of how much the market grew. Beckham negotiated the right to buy a Major League Soccer expansion franchise at a fixed price of only $25 million upon his retirement. To put that in perspective, at the time the deal was signed in 2007, the league had only 13 teams, and Toronto FC had just paid a $10 million entry fee to join. A $25 million price tag seemed fair, even slightly expensive, to the critics of the time. But Beckham wasn't looking at the league as it was. He was looking at what his presence would turn it into. By moving to the United States, he became a one-man marketing engine for an entire sport. He brought a level of global attention, celebrity prestige, and commercial legitimacy that the MLS had never experienced. As a result, the value of every single team in the league began to skyrocket. Attendance numbers jumped by 40%, television rights surged from a few $1 million to hundreds of millions, and the league expanded rapidly, adding 7 new franchises before Beckham even finished his tenure in Los Angeles. By the time he was ready to hang up his boots and exercise that $25 million option, the entry price for a new MLS team had climbed to over $100 million. Beckham had essentially pre-ordered a mansion at the price of a studio apartment, and the rest of the world was just now realizing they were the ones who had been played. But the story of Beckham's business genius didn't stop with a clever contract in 2007. It evolved into a masterclass in long-term asset appreciation and brand building. When he finally exercised that $25 million option to found Inter Miami CF, the world was once again skeptical.
I just think it's been a long journey. It's been long, tiring, hard at times, great at times, and at times we didn't think it was going to happen. So being on stage today, being awarded the franchise officially by Don, the commissioner, having my partners and owners up on stage, having our family in the audience, having the fans, it's real and it's happening. And it's been an emotional journey, but one that I look back on now, and there's a reason it's taken this long. There's a reason why, you know, we've met different owners and it didn't work out, and different investors, because it just wasn't right, and now it's right. So,
well, in the next couple of hours, we could learn if David Beckham's plan to bring soccer to South Florida will clear a major hurdle.
Major League Soccer met today, and among the discussions, a proposed team in Miami. CBS 4 Sports anchor Jim Barry in the newsroom now with details. Jim.
We've been talking about this a long time, haven't we, guys? We expect to hear from MLS Commissioner Don Garber this evening, so we might soon know if Miami's bid for an expansion team has been approved or just moved a little bit closer to the finish line. Now, we understand that David Beckham himself has spoken to owners today in Chicago before the vote on the retired superstar's bid to bring an expansion team here. He spent 3.5 years jumping through legal and political hoops. Finally, local politicians approved his plan to build a new stadium in Overtown. Beckham wants the Miami team to be part of Major League Soccer's plan to expand from 20 to 24 teams.
Starting a team from scratch in a crowded sports market like Miami was seen as a high-risk venture. For years, the project stalled due to stadium site disputes and political hurdles, leading many to believe the Beckham experiment had finally hit a wall. However, Beckham remained patient, leveraging his global network to bring in heavy-hitting partners like the Maz brothers. By the time Inter Miami finally took the pitch in 2020, the club was already valued at nearly $600 million, 24 times his original entry price. And yet, the Beckham effect was still only in its early stages. In 2023, he pulled off the ultimate executive masterstroke by convincing Lionel Messi, the greatest player of his generation, to turn down a $1 billion offer from Saudi Arabia to join him in South Florida. This wasn't just a player signing, it was a tectonic shift in the global sports economy. To make the deal happen, Beckham didn't just use a checkbook, he orchestrated a revolutionary partnership involving Apple and Adidas, giving Messi a share of the league's broadcast revenue and merchandise growth. The result was instantaneous and staggering. In less than 2 years, Inter Miami's valuation exploded, jumping from $600 million to over $1 billion. And as we sit here in 2026, it has officially been crowned the most valuable franchise in the history of Major League Soccer, valued at a record-breaking $1.45 billion. Beckham didn't just buy a team, he built a global empire that now sits atop the American sporting hierarchy. While Inter Miami is the crown jewel of his holdings, the true depth of Beckham's business genius lies in his diversified global portfolio, managed through his company, DRJB Holdings. Beckham understood early on that a face and a name are depreciating assets unless they are backed by equity and creative control. This led to the formation of Studio 99, his own production house, which allows him to own and profit from his own story. The 2023 Netflix documentary wasn't just a trip down memory lane. It was a strategic marketing masterstroke that doubled his firm's pre-tax profits to over $36 million in a single year. By producing the content himself, Beckham ensured he wasn't just the subject of the documentary, but the primary beneficiary of its global success. Beyond the screen, he has built a lifestyle empire through 7 Global, a partnership with Authentic Brands Group that manages his licensing deals with iconic names like Adidas, Tudor, and Safilo. In early 2026, he solidified this further by signing a landmark 20-year agreement with Interparfums, a deal projected to generate over $50 million in annual sales. He has even turned his personal hobbies into revenue streams, launching a premium honey-based snack brand called Be Up, proving that the Beckham brand can translate from the football pitch to the health and wellness sector seamlessly. Whether it's acting as a global ambassador for Bank of America ahead of the 2026 World Cup or expanding his ownership stake in various tech and media startups, Beckham has mastered the art of the multi-hyphenate mogul. He is no longer just a retired athlete. He is a corporate entity that operates at the intersection of sports, fashion, media, and technology, with a combined family net worth that has now surpassed the $700 million milestone. The transformation of David Beckham from a global fashion icon into a titan of industry is more than just a success story. It is the blueprint for the modern athlete entrepreneur. He proved that the most valuable asset a player has isn't their physical ability, which inevitably fades, but their brand equity, which can be scaled indefinitely if managed with meticulous precision. As we look ahead to the 2026 World Cup hosted across North America, Beckham's influence is everywhere, from the sold-out stadiums in Miami to the global boardroom deals that are dictating the future of the sport. He successfully bridged the gap between the old world of European football and the massive, untapped commercial potential of the American market, and in doing so, he became the ultimate architect of his own destiny. He didn't just play the game, he owned the game, the stadium, and the broadcast rights. His journey serves as a powerful reminder that the greatest victories often happen long after the final whistle is blown and the lights have dimmed on the pitch. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the billion-dollar mind of David Beckham, make sure to support the channel. We are dedicated to bringing you the most detailed, high-production football documentaries on YouTube, uncovering the hidden stories and massive business plays that shape the beautiful game. Hit the like button if you learned something new today, and subscribe to join our community of fans who want to see the sport through a different lens. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next feature-length documentary. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one as we continue to explore the legends who changed football forever.